Alright guys, so I think it's time I post a bit of an update. Basically over the last 3 weeks, give or take 2 and a bit now, I've been dealing with my coilovers and getting them installed on the car. I've been having issues with, I was going to make a do-it-yourself install guide for them. However, it hasn't been the easiest thing, and I've just given up with recording it because it's just been that big of a pain in the ass for me. I got it on with a few buddies, and everything was fine for the most part, but I wanted to bring down the height a bit because the back was set pretty much perfectly the way I wanted it, but the front wasn't so much. So what I basically ended up doing one day was trying to kind of, okay, I was going to do my brakes and my coilovers, switch out my brakes and adjust my coilovers on the same day. Had issues changing out the brakes and put my factory one back on, and then I tried moving to the coilover and the coilover wouldn't drop. At the end of the day, what I found out with the coilover was I wasn't locking the basically like the preload collar enough to be able to then adjust, like when I spin the 2 collars that tighten up to kind of lock the preload in place. I wasn't tightening that up well enough to be able to then just use the spanner wrench or whatever and turn the strut just by kind of clipping into those collars. Because I was having issues, I was basically telling everyone that these coils don't go low, like they're not moving at all. I was about to ship them back pretty much. But then yesterday I had another buddy come and he helped me, and we found out that there's no issues with the coil, but there's an issue with something, whether it's the preload now or what, but it's a little off because I adjusted the ride height probably close to 3 inches yesterday. No, maybe less, maybe like 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and the ride height didn't change at all, which confused the hell out of me. So basically today, going back, doing it again, going to be adjusting both front, and this is actually just with the front coils, so the back ones are set perfectly. I don't even want to touch those, but the front ones are the ones I'm having issues with. And since I was playing around with it yesterday, I got some pretty shitty steering wobble at about 100 kilometers an hour, so like 60 miles an hour for the Americans and whatnot. So I'm gonna be trying that again. I'm gonna lift up the car and work on both sides at the same time. But I'm gonna be taking out one thing that I talked to one of the guys from HSD, and he told me if I wanted to go low that I can take out basically like the helper spring that I'll show you guys that's in it. It's basically you got your main spring, and then you got an additional one that, oh man, I forget what that one's for exactly now, but it's almost like an additional stabilizer in some sense, so that when you go into corners and whatever, it's allowing the main spring to hold the car level, whereas the other one, sort of the smaller one, absorbs the impacts and whatnot throughout the corner or just even on your regular drive. But yeah, so gonna be trying that, figuring out what I can sort of do today, and I'll kind of keep you guys posted. I'll kind of film through the whole process today. So yeah, sorry for the delay on this whole project, guys, but I'm hoping I can wrap it up today. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so I forgot to do a quick video while the car was still on the ground so I could show you the difference in height. Basically there's still about like another like at least 2 inches, 1.5 inches sitting from the top of this fender to the top of the wheel. It's top of the tire. Basically I measured from the top of the rim to the top of the fender here. There's about 4 inches on both sides, give or take. So what I'm going to be doing is actually removing this bit here and basically just utilizing the mainspring. So hopefully I can then bring this down. But yesterday I had this threaded strut here was sticking out underneath here about at least a good 2 inches, and still it didn't adjust the ride height. So I'm giving this a go to see, and then that way I can just set the preload as to whatever it might need to be, and then kind of work with that, and I'll be doing it all at the same time. So yeah, as you guys can see, took off from the brake and everything. That's all it is really, so it's really not too bad. But yeah, I'll give that a go and see what happens. Alright guys, so as you can see now, all the spring and everything is off the actual coil here. What I'm going to be doing is cleaning this off a bit, as well as the components. So this here is a piece I'm taking off. So basically just going to be cleaning up that, cleaning those bits up, and the strut, and then I'm going to be putting it back on. Alright guys, so spring is now in place. No play in it. It's set basically from the top of the spring to the bottom right where the silver piece is. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but there's like a little silver piece here. My light on my phone doesn't want to turn on when I'm doing cameras. I mean when I'm doing videos. So anyways, there's a little, you can sort of see a little shining bit right there where my finger is. That's basically the top that I'm measuring to right here where this little silver one is, where the spring sits on. So that's 6.5 inches there. So now what I'm going to be doing is locking it in with this piece, and then that one's for the bottom locking collar for when it's against that too. So I'm going to throw that on and then adjust the height. Alright guys, so to show you what this looks like now. Basically, top of the spring to this right here, the top collar or whatever for the locking of the preload, is 6.5 inches. Top of the spring to the top of this one is 8.5. And then I got that all set up. So before I close anything off right now on this side, I'm going to go over to the other side and do the exact same thing. And yes, that is a forklift holding my car up. Alright guys, so all four corners now are basically 25 and 7/8 off the ground from the top of the fender. And it looks much fucking better. I took out the, basically the, what was I calling it? The extra fucking spring that's in there to give me more room to play with, but yeah, now it's beautifully tucking all around. So let me know what you guys think. I'll let you know how it rides now. But yeah, overall, love how this looks now. All four tires are just neatly tucking right under the fucking lip of the fender. As you can see here, tire goes in. Basically there's no room for anything. Down here you can barely get a finger in there. Like you can't get a finger in straight, so that's nice too. Don't mind the shit mark. And then same on this side. I forgot to mention before I finished, I'm gonna be doing the video with the brake install just because I haven't done that yet. Now that I finally have my coils set up and like perfectly where I want them now, I don't have to worry about that anymore, so that'll be pretty good. But yeah, until next time guys, have a good one.